Good morning. Welcome to, I think we're at week 13. I'm not actually sure why I keep saying this. Probably just to remind myself more than anything. All right, so life update real quick. Where we at? Had my 20-year school reunion on the weekend, which was really fun. It was so nice to see some faces that I hadn't seen in a very long time, probably since the 10-year reunion. And also just to catch up with friends that I see on a more regular basis. But it was a really nice night, really good to catch up and see some people that, it was just wholesome, And one thing that I think is the most wholesome about it is even though it's 20 years later since high school and obviously everyone's lives have changed so much, it's really nice to be able to go into a room with people that you haven't seen for a long time. And everyone in their own way is still exactly the same. Like, there's no crazy shocks or surprises about who someone is. Yes, we've all grown. Yes, we've all, a lot of people have had kids and are married or have been through separations. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we're all still the same people, just better versions of ourselves, I would say, which is nice. Like, it's nice to be able to walk in a room and just see those people and just fall back into easy conversation, laughing, good banter, and just having an all-around good time with each other. And it reminds you of school. Like, it takes you back and it's like, yeah, we had a really good group at school, Of course, school has challenges, but we were fortunate enough to have a really good group of friends, and it was like that main group was everyone that was there. So it was just really wholesome, honestly. So yeah, that was fun. So if you have a school reunion ever and school wasn't a horrible, horrible time for you, or you've been able to heal anything that happened at school and get past it, go to your reunion. Catch up with friends. It was really fun. I recommend it. What else? It was my best friend's birthday on Saturday, which was lovely as well. She's 13 days younger than me. Bless her. So I always hit that next year, older, just a bit quicker than her. But yeah, no, it was a good weekend. This weekend I'm off to Perth. So tonight I'm flying to Perth with my brother to go hang out with my younger siblings who live over there, which is going to be really fun. Watch my little brother get all dolled up for his Year 12 formal, and watch my little sister play her semi-finals in rugby union because she's crazy. And yeah, it'll be really nice just to hang out with the sibs. So that's going to be fun. I feel like this month's just been hectic for me, to be honest, which is kind of my thought process on what I would talk about today. Had a few things change. My day-to-day life changed, a fair bit. And so I want to talk about just becoming aware of when you're... Duke's coming in. Hi. No, you can't come up here. No. I'm recording. It's just becoming aware of, like, in advance, not once you get burnt out. It's becoming aware in advance of your energy levels, your capacity, sleep, overwhelm, overstimulation, stress, all of those sorts of things. And recognizing when it's like, okay, I need to start saying no to some things, or I'm going to need some downtime very, very soon. And I'm getting to that point right now. I've had a relatively outgoing, going places couple of months, plus also adding in a new job as well, like a part-time job that's work from home, which is absolutely bliss and I love it. But it's different to what my day-to-day was prior to that. So yeah, learning to recognize when we're at capacity. So I'm noticing I'm getting to that point right now. I've got this weekend in Perth, and then next weekend, the snow, which is going to be awesome fun. It's not like I'm going to anything that's like a drag. it's all really fun stuff. I'm just noticing within myself that I'm due for some down weekends. I'm due for some weekends at home where I have no plans, some weekdays where I'm not having to kind of like catch up from the weekend. Aw, my watch says be your best today. I don't know if you can see it. That's so cute. Thanks. Thanks, Garmin. Can I call my watch Gaz? Gaz the Garmin. Be your best today. That's fun. What a nice message. I've never noticed that before. I don't know if that's there every day, but we've seen it together today. I feel like that's kind of a nice little message for the day. Be your best today. And it kind of falls into what I'm talking about, because it's really hard for us to be our best if we're at capacity. So yeah, I'm noticing I'm starting to get to that point, and it's not in a bad way. It's in like I've had a really fulfilling, enjoyable life the last couple of months, and I just noticing that I need to slow down a little bit. Like during the week, I'm working and then, trying to catch up on house chores and getting the Duke out for a walk twice a day, and getting to the gym and riding, and, trying to squeeze all that in during the week because the weekends I'm not going to be home. So yeah, it's been a busy couple months, and I'm just noticing that I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like, well, my capacity's starting to get high. And I notice it mostly, and you might resonate with this, or if you haven't noticed it yet, this is the science. When you start to, your patience is short, you might be starting to get a bit snappy, you feel overwhelmed more often, you're not regulated in your emotions. Hey, Jukey boy. Hey. No one needs to be hearing that. No. You might be starting to feel a little bit burnt out. You might be starting to get sick. But mostly you're going to notice it. I notice it within myself whenever I'm starting to be like, like I'm just in that overthinking, go, do frame of mind, and I'm not in that like calm, grounded, cruisy space that I much prefer to be in. And the last couple of times that I've seen my bestie, I've just noticed, and she's noticed too. She's like, oh, you've had a big day. And I'm like, yeah. So when someone else is also noticing that I'm kind of heightened, that's a huge sign, obviously, that I've probably gone past the point and I need to do some regulating to get myself back grounded again, because I'm very aware of what burnout looks like. I've been there many times before. And it's something that I've really spent a good chunk of time on the last, 6 years, to really try, and probably more so the last 3 years, I'd say. What are we? Yeah, 3-4 years. I've really focused on trying to reduce and get myself into a grounded, regulated space on a more consistent basis. Because us as women, when we get into our overwhelm and we're going into our independent, hyper masculine, we're doing too much, we're on the go all the time, and we're not regulated, plus add in hormone changes every month, we are going to naturally step into being our own worst critics, like quite harsh to ourselves, which will flow out and we'll end up probably leaning into being criticizing of others, maybe judgy. But we're going to start trying to control things because everything else feels out of control. That's a really common go-to default mode for women who are doing too much. They're just doing too much. And whether it's because they're doing too much because they're choosing to, because that's what they think they are enjoying, or they're doing too much because they feel like they have to pick up the slack in their world with other people, in their job, whatever. Like there's so many wounds for a woman also that will come out and be really controlling and have to have everything in order. There's something that's, created that. But learning to drop back into femininity and into that embodied feminine means slowing down. It means regulating. It means being more at peace within yourself and the ripple effect that comes out from that. And so I'm noticing at the moment that I'm not in that so much at the moment. I have moments still, but the fact that I'm noticing that I'm not means I'm like, okay, I need to adapt and change other areas of my life with the new part that can't be changed, right? So I've got more hours per week coming in now with this work, and it's almost basically full time already. It's just crept up and it's great. I love it, but I'm learning a lot of new things. So I'm learning a lot every single day. Is go, go, go. It's relatively fast paced, lots of different changes. It probably feels fast paced because I don't actually know everything yet and I'm still learning so much. So it's like brain overload like every single day. So that can't change, right? Those hours are staying. And so what I then need to look at outside of that is Duke, just like, mate, bless your soul, you did nothing. Anyone who watches this have a dog and they like scooch their blankets right up to the point when they're not even laying on the blanket and you're like, why? What was the purpose of that? I don't understand. He seems to enjoy it. And now he's looking at me like, Mum, you made me stop halfway through. I need to get some kind of camera that's like a dual camera so you can watch what Duke does while I'm on this and then also listen to me. Yeah, so I'm noticing that I'm at that point. So the work is picked up and I'm like, all right, every single weekend has had something on for me and I've been going somewhere, which makes it even more, a little bit more intense because you're like packing bags, doing washing, all of that sort of stuff. You're not in your home environment. It means that that's more social because you're being with people. All great things, not complaining whatsoever, just noticing that my capacity is getting a little chockers. So this weekend's Perth, next weekend is the snow, and then after that, I have nothing. And I have one day where I want to go to a 4x4 show in Sydney so that I can just check out different kind of like tents and rooftop tents and swags and whatever else is fun 4x4 because I'm getting a 4-wheel drive. Very excited, guys. I'm getting an Isuzu D-Max. It's going to be all black. I've got a fair weight. Oh my God, my watch says another new... I don't even know if you can see this from here. It says time to shine. What is going on? I'm getting all the fun messages today. Gaz, you're such a sweetie. Maybe I'm just going to have to start dating my watch. Yeah, I want to get a 4x4 show because I'm getting a new 4-wheel drive, which I'm really excited about. It's not ready till November, but that's very exciting. So yeah, I want to go to that in September, which is just a day in Sydney. It's not too far away. And other than that, go to the markets. I have not been to my Blackheath markets for like 3 months now, you guys. And I actually could have gone this month because the snow weekend got cancelled. But Sunday, I was just like, I can't. It should only be 20 minutes away, right? Blackheath's like 20 minutes from here, but because of the highway closure, it's like 40 minutes now. And I was just like, I don't feel like driving an hour and a half today, you know? So I didn't go. I really miss my veggies and my sourdoughs and the other little fun things that I get from the market. So that's happening in September as well. Nothing else. That's it. I'm like making this declaration now. You can all hold me accountable to this. I'm not going anywhere in September. October, I'm allowed to. September, no. I'm capping it. I need to get myself grounded again because I just noticed that as I'm starting to creep into that overwhelm space. And if you're in this or you've experienced it or you're creeping towards it as well, like let me know what your signs are. But I also notice that I just don't have as much capacity to be present with people when I hang out with them. I'm in my head or I'm just like too far gone, right? So I'm not actually being able to be present and hold that space that I like to be able to hold for people. I'm thinking about what I need to be doing. And that's not a nice place to be in. And I don't want to go back there. So I'm really adamant about this on what am I going to do to just get myself really grounded again. Whilst I do still have things on over the next couple of weeks, right? So I think first and foremost is recognizing that I've got here. Second is don't say yes to anything in September. I'm thirsty today, apparently. And it is now just like even day-to-day stuff. So I got an indoor bike trainer, Zelda. She's a gem. So I have that now. I can ride her in the mornings. So that means I'm not going to be trying to think about worrying about squeezing an afternoon ride in on like the Monday or the Friday that I do finish work early. And I can ride during the week and then I can ride on the weekend. It's like alleviated some stress, but also being able to add in more of what I'm enjoying doing. So we love that. Going to the gym, because I don't have a car at the moment either, that also adds an element of just inconvenience, I would say. It's good because I can borrow my bestie's car, I can borrow my mum's car, but it just adds an element of like, I can't just go whenever I'm ready to go, right? And it's like winter. I need to also stop saying right. I'm not sure if you've noticed that I've been saying that a lot. It's crept right in there. I don't like it. I'm going to work on getting rid of that too. Hold me accountable. It's a really, I mean, in a whole world of self-awareness at the moment, of my own self-awareness of what I'm not enjoying that I'm doing, which I think is a healthy stock take to do on ourselves every now and then. So, yeah, I don't have a car at the moment either, which just adds an element of, you know, if I want to get to the gym, I have to organise either getting my mum's or my best friend's car and borrowing it and then getting it back to them and doing groceries when I have the car. So there's an element of like time management that has to be involved in that too. I mean, I could go for a ride to the shops, but, you know, if I finish work at like 4:30 in Lithgow on a bike, I don't have to ride far, but it's cold and dark and no thanks. So I would rather have a car. So yeah, just working around these things. So managing that, and I think probably like maybe trying to lock in my mum's car, maybe like 2 days a week, like a Tuesday, Wednesday or something like that, so that I can make sure I get to the gym. I don't have to worry about trying to get the car, like just little things like this. Meal prepping. I really need to get back into meal prepping. I haven't had to do that for a long time. And I'm noticing that I'm not eating as healthy at lunch while I'm working, just because it's not ready to go. So I'm grabbing whatever's easy. And I don't have that much. I don't really often have crap food in my house, like non-nutritious food. I mostly have healthy food, but I mostly have food that I need to cook. So yeah, I need to start getting back into some meal prep on a Sunday, and it doesn't have to be hectic. Like I only need to make, you know, like probably one thing that lasts me like the 4 days of lunches. So I'm going to start getting back into that too. So just bringing in these little best practices that help prepare you and set you up for the week, because, you know, the saying is, failure to plan is planning to fail. So if you can start bringing best practices that I know work, that set me up for success, so that I can continue whilst I've got the extra stuff on my plate, while I'm doing the extra things, I can be during the week completely set up to be eating nutritious, so that when I'm exercising, I'm not losing muscle, I'm being able to maintain muscle, build lean muscle, and drop body fat percentage, and just, you know, get fitter and healthier and overall just enjoy the exercise, which is my goals at the moment. And also by eating consistently well and nutritiously well, it means I'm going to be way more focused and efficient at my job, because eating well also gives you brain energy levels. Like it also helps your brain energy. So yeah, I want to make sure that I'm showing up and giving my all and doing my best for the job that I have, as well as then meeting my commitments around coaching and doing sales calls for another coach, and also posting for my friend's chiropractic business that I'm invested in. So that I've got my finger in a lot of different pies, and I'm just like, okay, there's a lot happening. I've kind of gone from zero to hero, like full throttle when it comes to my time availability, from having lots of time available to not much time available anymore. So, and I, you know, I'm probably just saying all of this to everyone who's sitting there nodding, going, yeah, we already know this. We've been doing it forever. But I left that space and I left that world. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to be self-employed. But at the moment, my priorities have shifted, as far as I would rather be having consistent income come in, still being able to build the other things and grow investment wealth. That's my goals right now. And so I'm doing what I need to do that. And, you know, paying for my rent solo, it's not overly cheap. It's basically a mortgage. by myself. So yeah, my priorities have changed. So I'm doing what I need to do to make those happen. But that does mean that I have to sacrifice other things and shift and adapt my life so that I don't go into a burnout space, because I really don't ever want to go back there. I really enjoy being grounded and peaceful on a day-to-day basis. It means I show up to my people so much better. It means that I can support them through their stuff so much better. It means that I can be present in our conversations, I can hold the space, I can help out where I can for the people that are close to me, I can, have more capacity to go visit the friends that I need to visit that don't live close to me, all of these kinds of things. So that is what I'm working on. So meal prepping, just having the awareness of this is where I'm at, saying no to some things and not overloading my plate every single month with having something on every single weekend. It will be great when I have my car back. Have a car, my new car. Very excited. It's going to be big and black. Can't wait, you guys. And what else am I going? So sleeping, I'm very aware of sleeping. I go to bed pretty early every night anyway. So getting a good sleep, waking up early enough to walk Dookie, go to the gym if I need to, or do a ride. Like there's just these little moments where sure, it would be easy to turn the alarm off and go back to sleep. No, get up, because if you do these things, you're going to feel better for doing them, get them done. And what other kind of things? I haven't meditated for a long time, to be honest. I could probably bring some of that in, just like taking that 5 to 10 minutes during the day to just right, to get grounded, to just exhale and let it all go and release it. I find I do that. Exercise is that for me. But I know that exercise is not intentionally making myself stop and slow down. It's it's a way to still be busy or still be doing. Even though it's still movement too for me, I can use that discernment and know what the difference between them. But I could bring in some meditation during the day. And yeah, those are the things that work for me. Everyone's different. Like some people love to journal. Some people love to do breath work. There's so many avenues that you can do to help yourself get grounded so that you're not just swept up in the rat race. And yeah, I just wanted to share, I guess, a little bit about some of mine, where I'm at, what's been happening. And I don't really have a whole lot more to talk about today, to be honest. I was just like, what am I going to talk about today? How long have we been going? It's only 8 o'clock, so I don't even know if we're at half an hour yet. What's something else? Like I enjoy reading still. I do still try and read every week. I haven't read any personal development for a while, you guys. And I've been thinking about that. I'm like, I really need to jump on and I really need to get stuck into a personal development like audiobook or a podcast. Because I'm noticing also that this is something else that I notice when I start to get really kind of busy elsewhere in life. My own personal growth, development and learning takes a side seat. So because I'm doing all of this, I'm finding that the capacity to learn something new right now is not there. And I don't love that, because I really do enjoy learning new things, learning new concepts, finding new best practices, learning about relationships and communication and all of that sort of stuff. So, I've got a lot of books that I can read. Maybe when I go to Perth, I'll read one. But there is one I was recommended. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it, and it's on my phone, which I'm recording right now, so I can't look it up. But a friend recommended that I read an Alison Armstrong book. It's got Queen in the name, and she said it was really, really good. So I'm probably going to read that, or I'm going to get the Kindle version, or I'm going to get the audiobook for the Perth trip. I can listen to it on the plane. See, find ways to squeeze it in. It exists. So I will do that. And yeah, there's some other stuff that I really need to catch up on, some things that I signed up for a little while ago that I have not been able to just put myself into yet. So I will do those as well. But September, I think, is going to be time for me to bring more learning back in, because I do really enjoy it. And there is maybe a possibility for this new role to take me into some more mental health coaching. So I am looking at doing a mental health certificate certificate in mental health so I can do recovery coaching, which would just be adding on to what I already have so much like training and stuff in now. But yeah, that's it. It's been a nutshell, you guys. I really don't have a whole lot. Hopefully there's something that I've shared in this today that's just been able to spark your own awareness on your own capacity. Where are you overdoing it? Where can you slow down? Who do you become when you're at capacity? Who do you become when you're starting to go into that overwhelm? Are you able to think about others, or are you very inward focused? Does it become like I can't go do that because I have missed out on doing this for me for so long, and you get like really agitated or stressed or frustrated or angry, cranky? Like, what comes out for you? Who do you become when you're going into that space of overwhelm, when you've overdone it, you've overcommitted, you got too much things going on? Who do you become? Bring in the awareness of that. What kind of energy are you emitting? What is other people's experience of you when you get to that point? Ask someone. Ask someone who you trust and who you know and who knows you really well. If you're feeling at that point, ask them, what is your experience of me at the moment? And tell them that you want to know the truth. Tell them to be really honest with you. And that's going to tell you who you become when you get to this point. I kind of have the awareness around this because I've worked on undoing it a lot. So I'm really noticing myself falling back into some of these things and how I show up with people. Sorry, mum. I know my poor mum, she cops a little bit more of my short patience when I get to this point. Oh, poor mums, man. They really cop it. Like, they just do their best and they just want to give you everything. And yeah, we just get so, I don't know. I see it a lot with everyone. I don't think it's just me at all, but we just get short patience with our mums. Poor things, they really cop it. So I try and be aware of that too. And I try and make sure that if I'm going to call her or spend time with her, I'm like getting myself into a space where I can have more just, she doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve me being in my hypervigilant state, like smashing her with that. So I really try and be aware of that more and like just kind of come in with more of a grounded, like, whew, it's okay. Like, let it go. It's all good. Whatever. Just answer the questions. Spend the time. Go on your way. So yeah, who do you become when you're starting to get to that overwhelmed stress state? What do you need to do? What needs to change? What best practices do you need to bring in to better set yourself up for success? What do you need to start saying no to? Is it just the season, right? Like, I've just had a busy 2 months. I knew they were going to be busy. I've added things on top of it in between when I had the free weekends. It was a time. I actually, like, the next few months is not that crazy. I don't really have anything else like fully committed, locked in. There will be things that come up for sure. I know that at one point I'm going to go see another one of my good friends who's having a baby, and we want to see her before she's kind of not able to go anywhere. My bestie's having a baby, so I want to be really here for her. I want to be able to help out with her other child and just help her and a partner out with anything that they need done. So I really want to be able to be here and be present and just support her through newborn stage, the whirlwind of whatever that's going to be, whilst also having a 5-year-old. And yeah, so those are my priorities now for the next couple of months. And summer's coming. Spring is my favorite time of year. I love spring. So the weather's been beautiful here anyway this winter, wildly, but there'll be more bike rides. There's going to be more outdoor stuff. But I'm going to stay around here, and unless something comes up and I can borrow my mum's car or my best friend's car, which is so easy, and I'll go do that. But yeah, outside of that, it's very much just getting myself back to being grounded feeling this new rhythm, adapting to this new work schedule, and making sure I'm showing up as the person that I am proud of and that I value, and being there. So yeah, who do you want to be, and what do you need to change in your life to get yourself back to that grounded, peaceful space where you are the person who you're proud of being, where you are the person who is more at peace and is not as overwhelmed. Because, you know, if you're in overwhelm or you're stressed or you're like agitated and frustrated and short patience, like no one enjoys those people. We all experienced one before. So why would we want to be doing that to others, right? This is what I think. This is some of the thought processes that I have in being, you know, quite self-aware. And yeah. Another thing that will creep in, phone, distractions, TV. When you're at lower capacity, your brain is seeking comfort food. It seeks comfort food, it seeks comfort activities, it seeks comfort, just comfort all round. And that means things where it doesn't have to think. So your brain is also going to be naturally wanting to lean into eating maybe comfort food that's not overly healthy or nutritious. It's going to want to just put the TV on and watch TV show or movies, and you might find that you start to do that more than normal. It might want you to be just like you might get caught up in doom scrolling way longer, but what's happening in that is actually not grounding you. You're not getting more relaxed. It's more dopamine smashing your brain, creating more overwhelm over the long term. So if you think that doom scrolling and binge watching TV is helping you, it's not, because on a brain level, it's dopamine, and that constant flooding of dopamine and then flushing is actually really detrimental, and it's getting you hooked on the dopamine high, which means you're getting addicted to the screen time. And over time, you're not then being out in nature, you're not focusing on your health, everything starts to slip as well, right? So yeah, just be aware of that too. You've kind of got to you've got your brain working against you sometimes. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there because I do need to start work soon and shortly. I got this in before Perth. I was thinking, I actually was like, oh my God, I'm not going to get it done. I'm not going to get the potty app done this week. And I was like, no, it cannot happen. I've committed to this. I'm doing it. It's half an hour to 40 minutes. It doesn't get pushed to the wayside because of the extra things that I'm taking on. I need to be more time efficient. So I got it in today. Next week's one will be fine because I'm home all week next week. But yeah. All right. I hope you got some value from me blabbering about my life. And let me know any feedback, any learnings, any reminders that were really helpful for you to get today. And I hope you all have a beautiful Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Halfway through August already. Where's time go? Yeah. All right. Goodbye. Have a beautiful week. Have a beautiful day at whatever time you're watching this. Have a beautiful sleep if you're watching it in the evening. And thank you for watching. I really do love and appreciate the feedback that I get, the insights, the learnings. Please keep sending them through. I really, 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 really do. Like, it's what drives me more to do this, right? Because if I don't hear from you guys, I don't know who's showing up. Like, I can see how many views there are, but I don't know, what are they getting from it? What are they not getting from it? So yeah, I really do enjoy that. So please keep that coming. I appreciate it. I love it. It actually brings me a lot of joy. Like, I need that from you guys. Please. All right. Bye. Have a great day. See ya.